Today, friends, we are making for a cause. I'm using the new Arden Creative Studio collection and some new favorite A2 frame dies to create a set of creative kindness gifts. Yes, it's Creative Kindness Week, and I'm going to use a little coffee dyeing secret to make them look good and aged. Let's go. I have pre-stained several A2 card dies. As you can see here, there's this fantastic bundle that I'm finding is kind of must-have. And these boxes and squares are just so inviting for the embellished clusters. So I have used my tried and true coffee dye, and we've talked about that a lot. This one has not been dyed, just to show you a comparison here. But hey, please subscribe, because I am going to be sharing a coffee dyeing masterclass soon, and I don't want you to miss it. I'm going to be sharing all my tips, tricks, and techniques, and probably a project too, in that class here on the channel. But these dyes are to die for, to coin a phrase, because again, not only are we going to utilize them with this Creative Kindness Week that scrapbook.com is sharing with us, but you're going to see how you can get multiple uses out of them again and again. I just love that. So let's get going with that. Real quick here, I'm going to be utilizing the Wicked Woods from Arden Creative. It is full of some of the most beautiful, gorgeous, rich, woodsy patterns. I'm probably going to focus here on the 6x8, but what's so great about these paper pads too is how they come full of ephemera on the back pages. Same with the 12x12. Okay, so right here we've got some really fun elements to put to work here. Let me show you how I have utilized this collection already, and this could also be something to give away in a creative kindness kind of theme. But I used one of the book ephemera pieces from Arden Creative, so you can see how that's been folded in half, and I popped a pre-made tag on the front of it, some laser cuts, a butterfly, a sentiment, and then just tucked in some tab pieces here. Beautiful, very giveable. You could whip this up right now and send it in to Creative Kindness, that is sponsored by scrapbook.com, to give away as a sentiment to somebody who could really use it, or make your own collection to give to somebody and share your creative kindness. I love that term, because with our creativity, we can so beautifully share love, joy, and kindness. Okay. All right, let's make a card. And this can also be, let's not limit it to a card, but this could also be a scrapbook page as well, an embellishment for a scrapbook page. Just always remember, that's my belief. Like, whatever we see on one surface, we can always do on another surface. So I am going to pick this collage frame. I've already trimmed out a piece of the 6x8 paper in this format here. And the reason for that was I loved all this butterfly and botanical, but I like this white space on this side as well. Having already added 1/8 inch foam adhesive to the back, I am just going to go ahead now and adhere this to what is basically the card base. When I'm all done with this, I can then add it to a folded card base, the actual cardstock part. So I'm inspired how the die on this mixed media cut collage frame plays so nicely with this paper and the pattern and everything going on here. It's just real cohesive. So what I did is, one of the embellishments is for a frame, and frames are just such, I mean, we've got all these frames going on here, but I'm like, hey, let's add another frame, because they're such great embellished cluster foundations. They're great anchoring points. And so I thought it would be fun to kind of offset what's going on here in this larger opening on the die. And of course, let's just mount that. Let's go ahead and start with this butterfly here. And I actually have foam adhesive that's a little taller than what I used on the frame, so that it has a nice pop-up feature going on. And then over here, I thought it would be super cool to put the sentiment. So I'm going to grab some more foam adhesive for that. And let's utilize this window over here for an interesting piece, but still let our butterfly show at the same time. And then courageous, I thought, was a lovely sentiment for a card. Especially if this is something you're making for the creative kindness endeavor. Having a card for someone who might be in the hospital, struggling, trying to get better, being courageous is a great sentiment to share with them. Because that is not easy to be spending time in the hospital for any reason whatsoever. And then I want to tuck in, of course, botanicals. This little antenna, I'm just going to bend it forward. I've added foam to the back of this leaf here. And so let's get that little pumpkin out of the way there, and let's just tuck this back behind and then pull up leaves as we go. Okay. I have this, let me see, I have this a little bit longer leaf here. So let's go outside of the frame a little bit. And we can do that by then adding our adhesive to one of these leaves up here. And so just by, it's now floating in that window as well. Super fun, super beautiful. Because I love botanicals so much, I'm also going to add another one in here. So that makes for 3 total. But it just creates great depth. Now, if you're sending cards in the mail, this isn't the bestest idea. You want to go a little more flat, of course. But if you're handing something to someone, if you're adding a creative piece to a package, you know, sky's the limit on how many layers we can add to our card front. And I grabbed this sticker from this postmarked collection. I'm gonna tuck it under here. This is one reason why I always say, you know, kind of go limiting on your adhesive so that you can find little places to then tuck. Because, you know, sometimes you get done with the piece and you're like, you know, it needs something, or I feel like I want to add something else here. And so just adding, you know, the adhesive right there in the middle of the butterfly, a piece or two on your botanicals. Let's lift this one up here a little bit and let that stretch out a little bit better. And that just allows for all this tucking of the layers to your project. All right, this next card front, still using this collection of paper and I believe this is the thin frame. And it's just great grids. Oh my goodness. As I'm working on these, I just keep thinking of so many things we could do with these grids. They just inviting you in to make and to add and to layer. It's just so fantastic. Before I lay this in here, I really do love this botanical here. It's going to need a little bit of help here at the top. So I'm going to just add the adhesive there and let it sit for a minute without removing its backing. Then I'm going to kind of eyeball it a little bit before I cut anything off. I'm going to add, I have some pre-cut leaves here. Leaves. I'm going to go ahead and just staple these in. Trim this off at the end. And then adhere this to the grid here, this window. And kind of what we did before by adding this element to the back and popping it up in another window. Nothing wrong with repeating elements. I am a big fan of that. Because sometimes if you think you're going to repeat something, unless you're doing like very, very strict repeating, if you're just going to kind of use a variation on a theme, it almost always works out to look different. And of course, bringing in a butterfly again. Let me actually distress this edge a bit. Pop this off center here, and I want it to overlap my frame over here on this side. And we will kind of add a little bit of inking to this tab, just so it's not so white. We got a lot of that coffee dye here. That kind of coffee dye, what do I say? Coffee dye coloration. So adding just some hits of that ink, and I use scorched timber, kind of helps to make it not so white. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll pull that up. This card front will finish off with this Love This Most, and it will reside with a single piece of foam, and I've kind of already distressed the edges and purposely bent it up. I wanted it to have some kind of motion to it. And so this is our other card front. So let's just review. So we started obviously with a piece of pattern paper. We used one of our A2 frames and then layered on a piece of scrap paper, basically, some botanicals, both from the laser cuts of the Wicked Woods, as well as just some that have been hanging out here in the studio. Used an ephemera piece, rather, and then a sentiment here to finish off this second card. Using the panel window die, we're going to make a third card. You can see we've got some tone on tone going here. I have a background of the mixed media paper from scrapbook.com that has been coffee dyed, and then we already coffee dyed these earlier, the frames, so it's ready to go. But I thought it'd be fun to just then now, let's have some fun with the background. So lining up the A2 frame to the A2 paper, so I just trimmed it to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm just doing some light markings of pencil just so I have an idea when I remove this, the place where my frames start and stop. So I'm going to line up this rub-on, just get an idea where it looks there. Yeah, this butterfly here is completely in the frame, and I'm going to go ahead and commit to this. And it's just a way to, in a word, DIY your background. So we could still use that panel, of course, on pattern, but it's just, I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but these frame dies just create so many possibilities for adding the paper, cutting the paper, just for different ideas. My mind, I just keep thinking of ideas I'd love to share with you. So I'm going to do that there, and then bring this smaller piece. I don't even think I'm going to use it all. I think I'm going to cut it and save that other half for another project. So then I'm going to bring this so that we can see it. Make sure it's straight. Still come into the window just a bit. Fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and commit my frame now to a very simply rub-on background. And over here I have die cut a tag, and I've stamped a sentiment to another swatch of paper. The layers just keep happening, and I'm not even mad about that. Like, not at all. It's truly what brings us back again and again. And I think I'm going to, I wasn't quite sure. There's a couple options what we could do with this sentiment in terms of adding it to this frame, because we could tie it around one of the panes, if you will, of the window. We could go on the outside here, just depending on where our foam is. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so make sure this is turned around. So the beauty is that we're not really covering up the background, because our sentiment wants to move and is loosey-goosey, and that is just a lot of fun. And just a fun little different way, right? So we have 3 cards, 3 different frames, 3 different windows, 3 different ways. These cards can bring such joy to somebody that you hand deliver them to, send them to, or make them part of Cards for Kindness with scrapbook.com. And I hope you'll try these techniques and find out where the inspiration will lead you. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video today. Let me know your thoughts and tag me up if you try these cards as well. And I will see you in the next video.